What's up? Welcome everyone. This is the Face IQ Ascension system. So this is the system that has reliably ascended dedicated individuals. Okay, and heavy emphasis on dedicated, by the way. This is like, if you're actually extremely dedicated to this shit, this is what you should do. And just some references. This is a guy who got surgery in my school community, genioplasty, jaw angle implants, 30-day transformation, no surgery, 30 days, no surgery, more surgery. So yeah, people are actually ascending in my community, mostly through surgery actually, which of course, surgery is what's going to ascend you the most. It's becoming more well understood, obviously. Like, you can have great soft maxing ascensions like this one, just by going on my dietary and my getting lean protocols. And of course, I actually have like a puffy face myself because of an antibiotic, but if you're a healthy individual, you don't have to deal with that. This is what you can achieve. This is the system. So this is how I see looksmaxing. This is kind of my philosophy, and I kind of want to walk you guys through it. So first, of course, you do start with soft maxing. That's the first part of the system. And here are kind of the things we can realistically fix. Okay, first you can follow my diet protocols. I have in my school community specific protocols for actually getting lean, and you still don't have to starve yourself. A tweaked version of like carnivore essentially, but it's a really good protocol. Now, following the diet will get you lean, at least down to 15% body fat. Then if you need to cut down a little more, like artificially, you can. It will clear your skin, optimize your hormones. Okay, those are three huge things. That's what the diet will largely do. It will definitely get you lean, definitely clear your skin if done properly, and then it will assist in boosting your hormones. There's more later. Eyebrows. Again, you can soft max. The density, the length, the darkness. Okay, that should be locked in. You can do other things like trim them if they're a little bit out of sorts. Like, you can kind of see that visually, like, oh, these don't look too great. Yeah, that's another thing you can easily soft max. Eyelashes, again, density, length, darkness, and even add curl. Okay, so those are another thing you should obviously take care of first. And you may be noticing, depending on your base, if you were to even do these three things, okay, do those things, there's a lot of people that if they're just a normal dude on the street, not worrying and eating cheeseburgers, if you do these three things, you could have like a mini ascension for sure. Like a guy who's a little bit, he's skinny fat, like 22% body fat, he has some acne, he has some sparse eyebrows. If he goes on my diet, if he does my protocols for the eyebrows and eyelashes, he'll have a mini ascension. So kind of depends how educated you are on how to live your life and how motivated you are, how much soft maxing will work. Then we have a sun. This is the fundamental. This again completes almost your hormones. Okay, and you get a tan. Boom, that's more attractiveness, just free attractiveness, literally. Tan is rated as more attractive in every single study ever done. And then height, just all my protocols for that as well. Now, there are more things. There's teeth whitening, there's hairstyle, there's, topical minoxidil and derma stamping the hair for hair growth. There's lots of other things. These are just sort of the fundamentals. The diet, the eyebrows, eyelashes, there's a lot of good products for those things. The sun, and then height, just doing my protocols. You have to do all those things before you consider surgery in my mind. Okay, so if you have any issues with any of this stuff, don't consider surgery yet, because you could actually get to 12% body fat with clear skin, a tan, good eyelashes and eyebrows. Now you have a white sclera, and your lips are a better color because my diet also has a lot of iron, which makes your lips a better color. There's a lot more nuance to this. There's a lot of things that can actually influence. Then you might be happy with how you look, at least largely happy. So again, if you've done all of this soft maxing, you've done all of it, you're still not happy with how you look, I understand. Then we can consider hard maxing. Okay, we have 4 steps here. Analysis, planning, execution, aftermath. So let's start with analysis. If you don't know what's wrong with your face, how are you going to know how to fix your face? So these are just identifying core flaws. Now, I'm not trying to sell you too hard. You can join my school community, which is a group dedicated to improving your looks with a community, guides, and coaching calls. And you can post your face in the community section, and myself and other people will tell you the best return on investment surgeries and your biggest flaws, your best features, and give you a rating. Now, you can do that if you want. You can also try to figure it out on your own. You don't have to buy anything from me. And for example, with my face, it's my negative canthal tilt. That's like my largest flaw, structurally. And yeah, so you basically want to like write out a list, like, okay, this is I'll do it for myself. Negative canthal tilt, upper eyelid exposure, both upper and lower, like the fat's missing there as well. Let me think then I'd say eyebrow height. That would be my third thing. Could be my temples, arguably. Okay. These are my flaws listed from, this is what you want to do. You want to make a Google Doc. It's always nice to have organization as well. List out your biggest flaws to the least big. And again, you can book a report with me down below or join the school if you need any help with this. And yeah, that's the first step. Now we go into planning. Once you know your flaws from the analysis, this is when we look at the return on investment analysis. Okay, what's going to give us the best bang for our buck, make the biggest difference for the best cost. So let's look at my kind of list here, for example. An eyebrow transplant for eyebrow height, that wouldn't be the best return on investment. Upper eyelid fat grafting, that'd be a pretty good return on investment. Canthoplasty, that'd be a pretty good return on investment. So the things I would probably focus on are these two things, which I am focusing on. And those are the highest return on investment. Then you move on to order of operations, okay? Are there any conflicting, like, oh, you should get a jaw surgery before no surgery? For me, there's nothing conflicting. But for you, you basically want to just make sure there's no conflict of, you wouldn't want to get a nose job before the jaw surgery because you want them to do the nose job based on your ideal jaw. You see what I'm saying? Again, you can ask in my school if you have any questions because I know this is a bit complicated. And then, of course, sort out your money for the surgeries. And then surgeon selection. So you can do your research on various forms, on like Real Self. Basically, you just need to understand your biggest flaws, find out what you actually want to fix, find out the order you want to fix it, get the money, and then select your surgeons. Okay? That's planning. And it is really hard to like teach this in a YouTube video. I have everything in my school. I'm not trying to sell you too hard. But if you do actually want to commit to hard maxing, you're going to be spending thousands of dollars. I would spend the $19 and then join the coaching calls. Then I can really help you with this stuff. Like I can just say, okay, there are your biggest flaws. Here's the order of surgery we're going to do. Here's where we're going to do it. Send me the surgery plans after the consult. I'll let you know if they're good. You get my point. And after you've selected your surgeons, you get your consults. You send them your CT scan. They're like, okay, here's what the rough draft. You look at the surgery plan. Is it aesthetic? Is it not? Okay, it's aesthetic. Then you book your surgery, book your flights. Okay? Not to belabor and repeat myself too much, but really your main concern if you want a surgery max is going to be two things. Actually understanding what your flaws are and then having enough money to do it. They're 50-50 on I think most people have the issue with the money. I have a business. I still, I can't do every surgery I want. This stuff's really expensive. So yeah, once you understand the highest return on investment procedures, this is your starting place. As an example, if I was following this system, which I am, then I should be getting canthoplasty and upper eyelid fat grafting. And that's what I'm going to do. Those are the best dollars spent to improve my face in terms of structural hard maxing changes. Now, what I need to do, essentially, all that's left for me, I know what surgeon I want for the fat grafting. I have the $2,000. I know I'm doing it first. I know it's a good return on investment. I know it's a flaw. So I'm essentially just in the consult stage. I need to consult. And I know I can do this whenever. It doesn't take very long. So then essentially after this, I'm going to book my surgery because I don't need to do this for this fat grafting. I'm going to book my surgery, book my flights, and then I'm going to get it done. All right. This is kind of the checklist for hard maxing. And this is the system I would recommend anyone go through after they've soft maxed if you really want to improve your look. So you just identify the huge things you can do, and then you do it. It's really all it is. Now, aftermath. I don't recommend you speak about your surgery to anyone, not your friends, not your family. If they say, oh, you look different, say, yeah, I got in I crashed on a bike, I had to get some reconstructive surgery, something like that. I never recommend you speak about it. Then you recover. And lastly, kind of a sweet note, you enjoy. If you do all this stuff, if you put in this work like these people are, like this guy is, okay, this guy joined my school community, he identified his flaws, he went and did it, I don't have the front profile, I can't show that, but I mean, it looks really good. He got genioplasty, he got jaw angle implants, he fixed his facial convexity. I mean, these people are actually doing stuff, dude. These are the people that are gonna succeed. They're doing all of this, bro. Like, to them, looksmaxing isn't like, oh yeah, I'm gonna gouache on my face. No, they have reports of their face. They know what surgeons are going to, the order. Oh, how many millimeters I need my jaw moved. Like, this is the people who are gonna ascend, dude. Not like anything else. So yeah, this is the Face IQ Ascension system. Of course, if you want to get results like these people, if you want to follow my system, this is how I see things. This realistically, if you're anti-surgery, if you're whatever, if you only care about the result of ascending your looks, then I think you should be open-minded to understanding this is the way. And Oscar Patel, people saying like, only fix your health, that's important, but it will not ascend many people, to be realistic with you. This will. So yeah, if you want to actually get real results, you can check out the school community. If you need help with any of these steps, especially the hard maxing can be hard, and if you want my protocols for these things, join the school. And yeah, if you want to join the coaching calls and like have the community to get help step by step through this system, this entire thing, you can join the school. No pressure though. You don't need to do that. You can, figure this out on your own if you want to. But yeah, if you need my help, I'd recommend you join. You got my support in there. So yeah, before I end the video, I'm curious, what do you guys think about kind of my system, my philosophy of looksmaxing? Let me know what you guys think about the results. I think they're really good. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. Peace.